Alright guys, welcome back to the channel and to the garden. Today's video we're just going to be doing part 25 of our natural swimming pond build. I've kind of had a look back and realized we hadn't done sort of any update over the past couple months on this. With it being part 25, thought for this one, since we've had a few new subscribers join the channel since the last part came out, kind of just do a bit of an overview of kind of the project here. If you've seen this before in some of our previous videos, so this is pretended to be the natural swimming pond. Their whole series goes back from start to finish. We actually started with a 12-foot Intex pool that we buried into the ground right in the center here. Now, as you can see, obviously that's going to be quite a bit wider now, but dimension-wise, so this side of the pond is actually separate from that side. The bridge here goes across, and there's a tiny little waterway just underneath there. So on this side, in this pond, this is about 2.5 to 3 foot deep. We've got about 1.5 foot ledging going all the way around, and what we're going to be doing is, when we do drain it, going to be hoping to put sort of like a tile or something down there, not like a slippery tile, like a slate or something like that, basically. And we'll be adding a few flow pumps. I will be also adding a few of the kind of waterfall pumps back in to provide some sort of side filtration on this side of it here. Now, the center pond, this one is approximately 6.5 foot deep, 6 foot deep, and around about sort of 18 feet wide by about 15 foot going this way to that way here. Now, as you can see, guys, if you're coming from the last episode of this build, we've added a few new waterfalls back here, which we'll go take a look at in a second here. Quite a few of the plants have come in, and certainly would look a lot different from when you last saw it from part 24. Yeah, just to carry on though, you may be thinking, why build sort of a swimming pond in the UK when essentially, you know, we're probably only going to get a couple weeks of the year that we can actually use it. Well, in this instance, this is part of the reason why. You know, we do typically use the pools during the summer with the kids. And with that said, we wanted to make something that was more natural, can be kind of looked at and used all year round, but with the idea that once it is complete and built, we can use this as a swimming pond as well. So this part will be your plunge pond. This part will be your kind of, I don't know if you want to call it sort of baby pool, hot tub pool, something like that. I may try and hook up a pump to it. Now, as you can see, water's really, really green at the moment. We haven't got any of the main filtration in as we speak. What we'll do is just come across here, across the center bit, and take a look at this part of the waterfall system a little bit closer here. So the main idea with this one, we're not going to be looking to use any sort of chlorine or any kind of chemicals. Going to be using sort of the natural filtration on this. So the idea is to kind of use a lot of plants, using the waterfall systems, hopefully building up the beneficial bacteria off in the back on this waterfall system here. And this will be kind of where we're going to add a lot of that extra filtration coming down. So hopefully what we'll be able to use is use quite a few of the pond plants and things like that, really just to kind of give us that cleaner water. Of course, it's going to take a bit of time. And of course, with this one as well, the interior does need to be fully done. You can still see the liner kind of going around here as well. So the next steps here, once we do get the materials in for the internal bits of the pond, will be to start draining the pond down to the level that I need to get down to do the interior. Most likely probably going to use some concrete, some of the waterfall foams and things to secure things in place, but the idea is to kind of fully cover all of the liner in here so that you can't see it at all. What would be sort of best on this one is if I can kind of do it in sections. So I think I'm going to start with this section, move to this section, and then finally we're going to kind of finish off the waterfall areas here as well. Now, on this particular project, if you haven't seen it from the beginning, this was actually dug with sort of a single hand shovel, you know, your standard kind of spade. Take a long time, if you can imagine, and most of the dirt that came out of this was used to level off the garden where the putting green is and the mini golf course in the back there, and also to build up this big kind of pile here to make our sort of waterfall systems and things like that. Now, a lot of the waterfall systems do have the purpose, of course, of sort of the end goal is filtration on these, and we're going to be looking along the marginals here to planting quite a few sort of pond plants and raised areas as well on that side. So just looking over to this side, this particular little water feature does use a pump, which is going to go from the internals here. Again, we're going to provide a bit more filtration. That's going to be once again planted as well, even more. You can see just at the moment here, if I can get it to focus again, we've got the papyrus over there, which is one of the new plants we've planted in this area. We'll just come take a look at that. You can also see down our sort of jungle path back here. We are just waiting for the pump for the mini waterfall system back here. As we come around this way, you can just see now from this angle, if you're looking before, quite a lot more of the ferns and plants, giving us that kind of sort of jungle appearance, hopefully. On here, a lot more to plant in. There is a potential idea of adding a main big waterfall right in the center one here, but I'm kind of waiting on some details on that one. What you will see, though, is this little feature here is not actually connected to the top up here. This is a standalone waterfall. It's on its own timer, and I can kind of run it, turn it on as I please, but it does give you the illusion that we are sort of connecting up to the top here. But just with that said, yeah, really like to kind of get your guys' ideas on, firstly, kind of difference between the last video update, if that's the kind of most recent you've seen of this project, but also, you know, any kind of suggestions and things like that. Again, this sort of area is meant to be the sort of jungle side of the garden. And again, planting accordingly. Of course, a lot of these plants are moisture-loving plants, so I've kind of grouped them all together, and it does give us that nice kind of overall appearance here as well. Just as we look back down this way, you can just see now some of the larger tree ferns have come out again since the last video. Really gives us that kind of lovely, you know, just kind of overall look in the back here. Again, any other planting suggestions as well you've got? Again, I've got a lot of sort of ground cover to fill in around here as well. But yeah, certainly with that said, if you haven't checked out the friends of the channel, they'll be in the comments section below. And of course, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.